understanding each location's personal workflows. So as a health system, and as a health system that's located across an entire state and in multiple states, um, one of the things that we've noticed is that healthcare truly is local, right? Like, I mean, we're a system, we have standard workflows and standard practices, but there are certain things because of staffing, because of the schooling of the providers that are there, the mix of patients that are at that facility, the various different variables that we have to contend with, that we do have to make sure that when you're implementing that you're paying attention to each and every workflow and what is available to those people to be able to be successful. So while standardization is very important, it's not the only thing that you can do. You don't want to try to put what is it, square peg in a round hole? Is that the adage, right? So that's something that's really important to pay attention to. And I think we've talked about this a lot as a group, but looking at AI, implementing AI isn't just about the technology, it's about the processes that you are starting to implement. It is just like implementing anything without technology. The technology is just a tool. It's not the end all be all of and the savior of whatever problem that you have. So if you're not really assessing your process, your workflows, then you're likely going to fail when you're implementing. So that was something that we really had to make sure that we were paying attention to. But something else that I really want to make sure that I say, Dimitri mentioned that success begets success. You really want to create this FOMO feel almost. You want people to feel like, okay, well, this went really well in this pilot space. Everybody's excited. They're feeling good about it. You want to create that momentum because the momentum continues to grow with the success that you have. So trying to roll out everything all at once isn't necessarily the best decision unless you have that kind of momentum behind you before you even go live.
Yeah.
Because the opposite can also happen. If it goes really poorly and you've gone live with everyone, then getting that kind of buy-in and moving on to adoption, eventually you'll lose that. But the momentum is really important to be successful.
As Ashley mentioned, you have to consider the specific environment in which you're working. So that in situ performance of the artificial intelligence, of the implementation, of the stakeholders, extraordinarily important. So for example, we have workflows that cover multiple service lines, like our pulmonary embolism response team solution. It integrates with the interventionalists performing and the critical care teams consulting there. What works at Yale, as an example, is not necessarily going to immediately work at Ochsner or at University of Chicago or another Mount Sinai, another site that's engaged in there. So you need to have the ability to deliver a platform and a solution that is flexible and able to adapt inside the environment. And also what works in the pulmonary embolism team isn't going to necessarily work in the vascular team, but much of it may. So what bones can you build inside? Again, let's use Yale as an example. They have that strong PE team. How can we integrate with the vascular team there to leverage what we already have in place? The implementations, the clearance to do this on phones, on desktop, wherever it is, the integrations that are in place to get the information to the end user, and take the ingredients we have and make a slightly different soup out of it, and really enhance the value quickly in a scalable way.